Hi, I will be demonstrating how our banking system works. First, we get a main menu, and we will then select an operation to carry out from the main menu. I want to deposit money into my account, so I will first enter the deposit operation and then enter my account number, and then I will deposit 50 ringgit. New balance 550. Now I can also withdraw money and transfer money. I will now demonstrate how that works. I will enter withdraw and then my account, and I will withdraw 100 ringgit. Our balance before was 550, so after this our balance should be 450. There we go. After that, we can transfer money from one account to another. I will carry out the transfer money operation, enter my own account because I am the sender, and then enter someone else's account, and then send 100 ringgit to send to the receiver's account. So now in my account there should be 350 ringgit, and in the receiver's account just now there should be 1,100 ringgit. There we go. And that is how our operations work. And then if we press 5, we will exit the main menu. If we press a number that isn't part of the main menu, like 8, you will get a message saying that it is an invalid choice. Please try again. If I want to exit the main menu, I will simply press 5, and we have exited the system and ended the program. Thank you. In our banking system program, we have used arrays to contain the values for account numbers and balances for each account. In this example, we have two arrays. We have account numbers and balances. The first element of the account numbers array corresponds to the first element of the balances array. This makes it easy to track values of balances for each account. For example, the first account will have 500 ringgit, the second account will have 1,000 ringgit, and the third will have 1,300 ringgit. And these values are used throughout the program to display account numbers and account balances. In our banking system program, we have used the menu to display operation selection and allowed for the user to input their operation of choice. In total, we have 5 operations: deposit, balance inquiry, withdraw, and transferring money, and exiting the program. And so, we have used a do while loop to display the menu. So our logic is do this action while the input choice from the user isn't 5, which is exit. As long as the input isn't 5, we will keep looping this program. And so this is where also the main program starts. This is where the deposit, balance, withdraw, transfer money, and the exiting system's method are being called from. And so as long as the input choice isn't 5, we get to loop this program. If, say, the number isn't part of the operation given, for example 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on, the user will be met with a system out print line, invalid choice, please try again. And that is all for how our menu works. Thank you.
Okay, so now let's take a look at the code. Our first repetition statement that we have in our project and our code is this do while repetition statement is do while loop. And this do while loop ensures that the program runs indefinitely until the user inputs a sentinel value of 5. So this menu will repeat itself for as many transactions as the user would like to make until the user decides to exit the program. So this tells us that this do while loop is a sentinel control loop. The next repetition statement that we can find in our project or in our code is this for loop. This is a counter control loop, as it runs through the account numbers array and repeats itself until a valid account number is found within the array, or until an invalid account number is found within the array. So it runs from I0, the first element in the array, until however many elements there are in the array. So it essentially repeats itself until it finds the right element that the user is looking for. Another similar repetition statement to this is another for loop in the transfer money method. It also runs from I0 to however many elements there are in the array to find a valid account number in the array, or a receiver account in the account number array. And if the account numbers are not in the array, it will return this output that one or both account numbers are valid. And if they are right, then the program will continue to run as it is programmed to. So now let's take a look at the output. The output that's run. Let's say I want to deposit 50 ringgit 65 cents into our first account, which is this 2003 50 ringgit 65 cents. It outputs a confirmation statement so that it updates you of your new balance, and as you can see, deposit successful, new balance 50/50/65. Let's say if we want to check if the program runs as it is programmed to, let's see if it functions. We can inquire the balance of our first account. So that would be 2 balance inquiry 2003 1004, and there we go, 550.65 cents. Given that the initial balance for 3 accounts here are for 2003 1004, 2003 0911, 2003 831 are 500 and 1,300 respectively. This proves the deposit and the balance inquiry function is, functioning well. And let's try to withdraw. Now let's enter an inexistent account number. Let's say this. This will result in an output of account not found, because the loop runs through the account numbers array and found invalid, an account number that's inexistent in the array. That will result in the account not being found. And throughout the runtime, you can see how the menu is being repeated. That's because of the sentinel control. Because I as user haven't exited the program, so the menu will repeat itself indefinitely, allowing me to make multiple transactions in one run, basically. Let's say I want to transfer money. I want to transfer from our first account to our second account for about 150 cents. And this outputs a confirmation statement of transfer successful, 150 ringgit 76 cents transferred from your first account to your second account. Let's say I want to withdraw money from our first account. Let's say I want to withdraw more than what I have in the account, let's say 665 cents. This will give us an output of invalid amount or insufficient balance, because essentially we don't have enough balance within our account. So this tells us that the withdrawal function is functioning as it's supposed to. So now that we have tried the deposit function, the balance inquiry function, the withdrawal function and transfer function, we can finally exit the program entering the sentinel value of 5. So this exits the program completely. So that is our output for our project.
Next, we have selection statement, which is the program uses if-else statements to validate user input, such as checking if an account exists before performing transaction. For example, we have in the deposit method, an if statement verifies whether the entered account number is valid before allowing a deposit. Another if-else condition ensures that only positive deposit amounts are accepted. Execute based on the user's choice. If the user enters an invalid option, the default case displays an error message prompting them to try again. So for our coding, our Java, as you can see in the background, we have the selection statement, which is switch, and in that statement we have 5 cases. Case 1 is deposit, case 2 is balance, case 3 is withdraw, case 4 is transfer money, and case 5 is style printed. Next, we have input statement, which is input statement is about the program uses a scan object to take input from the user. It is integer for selecting menu option and account numbers, as well as decimal values for deposit, withdrawal, and transfer amounts. User input directly influence program execution, ensuring that operation like deposits, withdrawals, and transfers only proceed if the correct information is provided. So in this coding, we have four examples for input. First, about manual choice input, like this, is purpose for read the user selection from the menu, and the type is about integer input. For the second, we have account number input. It is about to read the account number from the user, like this coding. For the third, is about amount input. Its purpose to read the monetary amount for deposit, withdrawals, or transfers. The type is a double, which is a floating point input. And the last is about additional input in transfer money. In this case, it is reads the sender's and receiver's account number for a transfer operation.
So hi, in this presentation I will explain the repetition and process parts of our banking system, which is implemented in Java. So for repetition, in this banking system, repetition is mainly implemented using loops. The do while loop in the main method. So this loop is responsible for displaying the menu repeatedly until the user decides to exit the program by choosing option 5, which is exit. So this ensures that users can perform multiple banking operations such as deposits, withdrawals, or balance inquiries without restarting the program. So here's how this works. First, the menu is displayed and the user is prompted to choose an option. And then based on their choice, the program calls the appropriate method to handle their request, such as deposit or transfer. After completing the task, the menu appears again, allowing the user to make another choice. So this loop continues until the user enters 5 to exit, which is this is an example of the repetition system because it keeps the system interactive. So for example, if a user deposits money, they can immediately check their balance or perform another action without restarting the program. Next, I'm gonna explain the for loop in the find account method. So this loop is used to search for an account in the account numbers array. It iterates through the list of accounts and it checks if the user's input matches any existing account number. For example, during either deposit or withdrawal, the system needs to confirm the account's existence before proceeding. So if a match is found, the index of the account is returned. Otherwise, the system notifies that the account does not exist. So together, these loops ensure the system runs smoothly and handles repetitive tasks such as menu display and account searches efficiently. For process, let's take a look. This banking system uses modular methods to handle specific banking operations such as deposit, withdrawal, balance inquiry, and money transfer. So each process is clearly defined for better organization and usability. So in deposit process, I'm going to explain how it works. When a user selects the deposit option, this program will prompt for the account number. And then it uses the find account method to verify that the account exists. And it asks for the deposit amount and checks if it's valid. If everything is correct, the balance will be updated and a confirmation message is displayed. So for example, if the user deposits 200 into the account that already has 500, so as you can see here, the new balance becomes 700. So in the withdrawal process, it's the same thing. First, it checks the account number and then it validates if the withdrawal amount does not exceed the balance, and then it deducts the amount if both the conditions are met. So in the transfer process, this allows the money to be moved between two accounts. So first, it prompts the user for the sender's and receiver's account numbers. Then it validates both accounts and ensures the sender has sufficient funds. And then it updates the balance for both the accounts and provides a success message. This is an example of how these processes in the banking system handle complex operations in a modular and efficient way. So in summary, repetition in our banking system ensures smooth user interaction through loops, while processes, they handle specific banking tasks like deposit, withdrawal, and transfer securely and efficiently. So thank you for listening. I hope this explanation clarifies these parts of the code.